Trill Sammy, a name you most likely ain't even thought about in years for real. And at one point, he had a song the whole world knew. But as his career went on, people lost a lot of respect for him. But the question is, where is he today? Trill Sammy, originally from Houston, Texas, and his career really started years ago. He used to rap a lot back in the day, and him just wanting to try new things, he would post some of his freestyle to Twitter, and him being good at it, they started to go viral. When bro started popping on Twitter, he took advantage and turned it into something more. And so he started going up and started to drop some actual music that was doing pretty good. And with all these new eyes on him, he started connecting with all these mainstream rappers. And bro, life was looking up for him. But it was one person in his life who ain't really believe in nothing he had going on. His mama. His mama felt like everything he was doing was a front. He said he would tell his mama about what he got going on, and she tell him he lying, he faking, he fronting. But as time went on, and whenever they would be out in public and people would come up to him and recognize him, her mind started to change. She started to think a little different. But what really changed how everyone thought was when he dropped the song that would change everything. 2 months into 2016, Trill Sammy dropped his Uber Everywhere remix, and that went viral. This one song really made the whole world pay attention to him. And not too long after this, he dropped his Red album EP. And really for the next few months, he was just going up until he got into it with the rapper Sauce Walker. Basically, Sauce was feeling some type of way. He felt like the whole industry was stealing his sound.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this, I'm from Splash Town, not Ace Town, cause y'all Ace Town is looking gay. All this fake going on in my mother city, using us. Y'all need to start paying attention, using our culture for lyrical content, and ain't giving but a family fun day and some money to some hoes he tricking on in the club. This music with artists from everywhere but Houston.
Now, if you listen to the clips, he ain't really say Trill Sammy name, but he was talking down on a lot of the Houston rappers coming up at the time. And Trill was one of them. But to really confirm that he was talking about, bro, not too long after this, he was still mad and ended up dropping the album named Holy Sauce. And on the cover, you can see them 4 main artists he was dissing: Famous Dex, Drake, Future, and you know who was coming, Trill Sammy. Trill seen the diss and got on Twitter trolling back. You had your chance to put on. Now sit back and watch. Hashtag Holy Sammy. And I don't think they beef ever got cleared up, but one of the artists he dissed, Famous Dex, ended up getting cleared pretty much after he dissed Dex. I'm guessing Dex tapped in with Sauce Walker crew, so one of his boys got on Twitter. I swear at Famous Dex real for showing love to Sauce. Real people get credit when it's due. Dex reposted it, said, I ain't never been a hater cause I had my own. Stay humble and keep working. After that IG post, Sauce got on Twitter, said this: just got off the phone with Dex. All family had misunderstandings. That's still my little bro, and he understand exactly where I'm coming from. This whole beef ain't really affect Sammy too bad, but everything would change on this one night. So Sammy out getting money. Club hit him up. They like, look, come perform for us. So he pull up and everything going good. And as he on stage, you see the rapper Lido Bands look like he just trying to have a conversation with bro. But as soon as that boy Sammy leaned down to hear what he had to say, Lido yanked that chain off his neck. And I promise you, I'm not over exaggerating. I ain't never seen nobody get their chain snatched like that. And after he snatched bro chain, he was mad. He went around the whole club, inside and out, looking for that chain. But he was too slow. Lido was gone. He snatched his chain and ran. But after this, Sammy chain started getting passed around. I'm talking about this chain was everywhere. And at one point, somebody snatched the chain from the dude who snatched the chain from Sammy.
Just to that Lido man just hit Trill Sammy, didn't it? I'm looking real icy with your Lido.
Yeah.
Hey, Trill Sammy, get at me, man. We can work something out. You want to buy this?
After he posted this, I'm guessing him and Sammy got into it because they started trolling, bro. Was posting pictures of the chain beside they scrap, all that. But it don't stop at that. A few days after this, another group of niggas was posting saying they had Sammy chain.
We don't want that. That's we don't want that. Bro. We don't want. If we really don't want to run so desperate for the money, we would have been soldier. We could have soldier. That motherfucker need to do. Keep on at church and at right now. I'm in his DM. None of them soldier. We trying to get that back up, bro. Keep sharing, let everybody see this, man.
At this point, his chain I got passed from neck to neck to neck. If I was Sammy, I wouldn't even want the chain back. They can keep it. And at this point, that's kind of what he did. Cause after that chain got snatched, he really wasn't online fiending for it or really talking about it anymore. But it was a rapper who did come in and try to save the day. Man himself, Soulja Boy. I'm guessing he felt bad seeing that man chain get passed around the whole city. So he tapped in with Sammy and tweeted at him. He basically just asked for the dude number. And eventually, he did get it. He hopped on a FaceTime call with him trying to get it back. But right around this time, Sammy ended up getting a new chain. And even though that was cool, his chain ended up getting passed around once again. Old nigga back from Sammy hometown went out his way to get that chain back.
Hey, yo, man. Boys always saying H-time don't stick together. Crabs in the bucket, etc., you know. Shout out to the North Carolina OGs, though, you know. Texas where we do this at, though, you know what I'm saying? But somebody tell Trill Sammy I have his necklace. And it's a Houston OG. And I didn't pay for it. There's some real cats in North Carolina, real recognized real. And even though he got a new one that's fully iced out, he don't even need this one no more. We wanted to bring it back to Houston, Texas. And let it be known that you're not gonna rob nobody or steal from nobody in Houston, Texas. Because the OGs out here do give.
The chain came from Texas, went to North Carolina, got snatched in North Carolina, then came back home. But this man getting the chain finally ended with Sammy getting it back. Sammy hopped on IG with 2 versions of the same chain. But that feeling must have been crazy, because I just know the internet was coming at bro back then. And then it wasn't even like he got beat up and got a chain snatched. It just got snatched out of nowhere. But the way this affected his career was crazy. He was barely even in the game for a year and went viral for getting his chain snatched. A lot of the hip hop world lost respect for him around this time, and respect in a rap game is something that's hard to earn back. And so for some months after he got his chain snatched, he was cool until the New Year started. So around this time, Soulja Boy was trolling real bad. He was beefing with rappers 24/7 and was addicted to drama. And so back then, Soulja was mad at Chris Brown about a girl. Basically, Soulja commented on a picture of a girl Chris Brown was messing with. And when Chris seen it, he called Soulja and started talking crazy to bro. And this made Soulja mad. So he did what he always do and took it straight to the media. Hey, Chris Brown, you a hoe. When I see you, I'm gonna beat you. You think you hard because you hit Rihanna? Don't do that to me. What's wrong with you? You gonna call my phone on FaceTime talking about something? Oh, why you liking Karuchi pictures on Instagram? And so the next day, Chris Brown got online responding. Boy, better go to sleep. No more corny media ish. We gonna line it up. Say no more or say what you want. I'm gonna beat that ass regardless. I'm done talking for the day. But after this, you probably like, oh yeah, Soulja Boy gonna cool it. Like, he can't say nothing else to bro. But I promise you, he said the craziest thing you could say to Chris Brown. I made CNN for beefing with a cokehead woman. Chris, you looking crazy right now. See you in the ring. Set up this fight. I'm done talking. So the next day, Soulja got online saying he was gonna set up the fight. But before the beef could escalate, Soulja apologized. Even though I don't think you can come back from saying that to somebody, he still did it anyway. And so Soulja was like, I still want to fight, but we not beefing no more. And so over these next few days, the fight really started to get set up. And 50 Cent was putting money behind it, as well as Floyd Mayweather, Adrian Bronner. Everybody was really putting hype in behind this fight.
Champ, what we gonna do? Man, what promotions?
Oh, we gotta get that money.
The biggest fight of the century.
We gotta get that money.
2017, we already started off with a bang.
We gotta get that money, man.
The money team.
With every fight, it's always undercard fights. And guess who's trying to fight on that undercard? The man who originally snatched Trill Sammy chain at the club that night.
Tell Soulja Boy, Trill Sammy, y'all already know what's going on. Y'all calling out for the undercard fight. Y'all already know. You swear you got there to knock me out, get your face back. You already know what's going on. I'll knock your ass out right here with these right here. Tell them academic.
Even after he took Sammy chain off his neck, he still wanted to fight, bro. And it looked like he was trying to jumpstart his rap career, but before the fight could happen, Chris Brown backed out, so it never came to be. And over these next few years, Trill Sammy slowly disappeared from the mainstream. He consistently dropped music over the next few years and kind of built his own little fan base. Today, he's still on that. He's still dropping his music, doing his thing, doing these shows, living his life. Kinda in the same position as the rapper from my last video, YBN Almighty J, whose career was surrounded with controversy the second it started. To getting into fights at Six Flags, to stealing over 100,000 out of man's car on camera. And that vid is on screen right now.